雷門カンパニーの不正はこいつらの流したデマだ。
Yo, what's up guys? First of all, Happy New Year's. And second of all, yes, I did upload 2 videos this week as sort of a holiday special, if you will. So here recently, I've gotten into God of War again. I played through the 2018 God of War on Christmas Eve night and during the day for that matter. And I've been watching playthroughs of other God of War games, like the early ones and Ragnarok. Specifically Jacksepticeye's playthrough of them, because fucking Jacksepticeye is the GOAT. So, during all this time, it got me thinking, with all the god butchering that Kratos does, how well would Kratos pair up against various different gods in anime? Well, that's what you're here to find out. Now, this is something I don't typically say, but for me, guys, come on, subscribe and like the video and all that. I don't typically say that. I don't think I've ever said that in the video, so like, come on. But anyway, now I have to be really careful of what I say. Actually, no, I don't. Fuck that. But as I've observed is that Kratos fans, for whatever reason, get really butthurt, not only when you say Kratos loses a fight, but even if you say he struggles a little bit. Like, especially in the new God of War games, like God of War Ragnarok, which is the Kratos we will be using, by the way. He does struggle in practically every fight he gets in, whether that be like against a god or like a bear. So before you even think about typing those fucking Kratos wins easily, why is Kratos struggling? He solos. Oh my god, Kratos. Just shut the hell up and just watch the video. Now we could just go ahead and jump into the main topic of this channel, which is Naruto. And there happen to be a few gods in Naruto. They all happen to be Otsutsukis, but let's begin with the first one that we see ever is Kaguya, who compared to most other Otsutsukis is on the weaker side, and she was able to destroy planets, so whatever. And it goes without saying that Kratos is going to have little to no trouble with Kaguya. If we look at all the other Otsutsukis, I mean, like, Kaguya isn't weak, but I mean, like, compared to other ones, she's not too strong either. Like, compared to Ishiki and stuff like that, it's not too strong. So, yeah, I think we can all agree on that. Now, let's get the other weakest, and might be the weakest Otsutsuki, which is Toneri, and Kratos is gonna fucking beat his ass. Because, bro, if Naruto, by himself, can fuck up Toneri with little difficulty, then Kratos will stomp his ass into the ground. I mean, at least it took Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura to take down Kaguya. I mean, shit. So, now, out of the way, we're getting to the good Otsutsukis. Let's start off with Momoshiki, and this is going to be a bit more challenging, as it's implied in a light novel that Momoshiki casually caused the supernova to happen just randomly, and is scaled stronger than Kaguya, but with this, I still say Kratos wins, because Kratos has killed people with way superior feats than anything Momoshiki has offered. And now it's up to the main guy and sort of someone else. Let's start off with Ishiki, because I think that's what we've all been waiting for, who we know is the second strongest Otsutsuki ever, that we know of anyway. That's second after Shibai. And if it had been paired up with Kaguya, the word for word would have been the sacrifice, like Kenshiki was to Momoshiki. And he can react to light speed attacks and can attack at light speed. And again, this is going to give Kratos a challenge, for sure. But I mean, like, I'd still say he wins. And also, just getting this out of the way, there ain't enough information known about Shibai. I mean, like, we know that, you know how Hagoromo kind of gave everybody chakra? He created the fundamentals of anything. So, you know, we don't really know too much about him. We know that, like, anyone like, say, Daemon or Code and shit got the powers, like, just one of those powers from Shibai. So, I mean, once we learn more about Shibai, then, like, maybe if we make a part 2 to this, we can go over it, but until then, Shibai is just by default. That round just ends. And to make you guys more happy, we'll just say Kratos wins by default. Now, moving on to another anime, we have Dragon Ball. Oh boy. Where we're going to talk about 3 gods in particular. And before anyone says it, no, Shinron can't wish to kill Kratos. I mean, it actually tells us that at the beginning of Z, when they tried to wish away the Saiyans, they were like, oh yeah, well, fuck that, I can't do that. So, just gonna get that out of the way. And we're going to kick it off with Beerus. Now, this will be quite an extreme challenge for Kratos. I mean, Beerus is insanely strong, as I'm sure we all know. I mean, this man literally fucking sneezed a planet away and destroyed it. And if we wanted to be extremely unfun, we could just have Beerus leave the planet that they're fighting on and blow it up. But we're not going to do that, just strictly because I want this to be fun. So in a strict just fighting, like no flying off the planet or holding back nonsense, I would barely give it to Kratos, but Kratos would most likely be like really injured or on the brink of death. But now we get to Whis. Now, we have heard before that Whis is stronger than Beerus, and like we can debate that all we want, but like not today. So like the last time, this is going to be an extremely difficult fight, and honestly, and I know big Kratos fans have agreed with me on this, so I'm not the only one that's come to this conclusion. I say that this ends in a draw, like honestly, because I mean they're both relatively like in the same realm. And finally, the last god for Dragon Ball, we have Zeno, and well, if Kratos ties with Whis, he sure as hell won't be beating Zeno. Like, I'm sorry, but Zeno has just way has great feats that rival and surpass Kratos's. So now that we are moving out of the Dragon Ball category, we're gonna just be going to like one-time gods. Like, we're not gonna be going to a specific anime and listing off all the other gods like in those. We're just gonna move to like one-time kind of things. So now for a little comedy, for the most part, let's just throw in Arceus from Pokemon. I mean, after all, Arceus created the Pokemon universe, plus various different legendaries, and can take people out of different universes like he did in Legends of Arceus. But, I mean, like, at the end of the day, he's still a Pokemon, so he's kind of confined by that. So I say Kratos can beat Arceus. Now, next, I want to talk about quite an interesting one, actually, is Rimuru. Now, I wasn't that educated on him, so I did some research and scaling and feats and whatnot. And yeah, this is going to be close, and honestly, I think Rimuru beats Kratos. He just outscales Kratos from what I've seen. I mean, Rimuru gets put out reversal in most every time I see him, if not more or less. So, yeah, I would say Kratos loses this fight. And now, here's kind of a random one, and it's not really anime at all, but I mean, I wanted to talk about it just because it's, like, pretty interesting. And it's Archie Sonic, specifically Archie Ultra Sonic, and, like, holy shit, he's overpowered as fuck. I mean, like, one of his worst speed feats ever was being able to travel to every planet in the fucking universe and making it back for dinner. And on top of that, he can also manipulate elements and matter on an atomic level and has banished people to other dimensions. I'm sorry to say, Kratos, you're fucked. I hate using this word, but this is quite literally going to be a speed blitz. Like, fucking, I hate the word speed blitz, but fucking, it's going to be a speed blitz. I'm sorry. I mean, like, he is exponentially faster than the speed of light. Like, he is out of the realm of speed of light. Like, holy hell. Alright, and on that note, this is gonna be the end of the video. Now, I did actually quite enjoy making this video. I haven't made a debate video in a long while, so I wanted to get back into it. And I'm definitely gonna do more of these because I kind of miss doing these types of videos. If you guys have any debate ideas, let me know. And if you guys want a part 2 to this, I'd be willing to. I just can't think of that many more anime gods to make a whole separate video like this. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
雷門カンパニーの不正はこいつらの流したデマだ。